Yeah, you're real estate marketer, like I mentioned in the
Hmm.
message I sent you that in my local area, I've started going around just sort of putting on a quick presentation, about 45 minutes to an hour for agents that are looking to get more involved or haven't
Hmm.
started on TikTok yet. Part of my presentation at the end is I'll offer some recommendations on who to follow, and I love that you're one of those accounts on TikTok that, although you have a service that you provide, you give so much free, valuable information and content for people that don't have to pay anything but can get all that knowledge. So
Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah. I always, I'm going to tell you what to do, but if you want someone to do it for you, then you can pay me and I'll do it for you.
got it, got it.
Yeah.
No,
So,
it's been great. So I know you're also on all the other platforms, but is TikTok now pretty much your main focus?
yeah. Yeah, TikTok's my big platform. I actually grew, and I'm still growing this page, obviously, but I grew this page to up to over 1,700 in just a couple of months. I
Nice.
started by, so what I decided to do when I was like, okay, I'm going to give TikTok a real chance and kind of dive into it. Cause like, obviously last year with COVID, everyone kind of got on and started playing with it. Wasn't
Yep.
consistent, wasn't getting any views, but it was my own fault because, when you're posting maybe once a month, you're not going to do anything. But earlier this year, I decided, you know what, I'm going to give TikTok a real chance and I'm going to go into it with a brand new strategy. Like, I'm going to scrap everything that I've done over on Instagram and Facebook and just start completely over and see how it works. And one of the things that I brought in was to really focus on building the community first and making those kind of personalized connections. I did a lot of community building content where I make, some of the same jokes that real estate agents are going to make about, going door knocking
Mhm.
or, what it's like when you are either getting the listing or losing, the listing or the offer and whatnot. So that's what I kind of started doing in the beginning
Mhm.
to really build up those views and my following. And then I started dropping in, that valuable content. But instead of just going in right as an educator this time, I really decided to focus on that community building content first. And it
Awesome.
made a huge difference. I mean, I was able to start generating leads from TikTok without even doing any type of educational stuff. So like people would just land on my page and then opt into my freebie. So I started generating leads within the first couple of weeks. And now I kind of basically take what worked here on Instagram. I'm sorry, what worked here on TikTok for me, and that's what I'm teaching agents now. And so, I mean, I was able to increase my social following by, I think it was like 400%, increase my lead generation by like 50%. And so I'm basically taking that same framework and teaching it to agents now.
No, that's awesome. And are you a licensed agent or have you?
Um, yeah,
Oh,
I have been licensed. It's actually inactive at the moment. I fell behind on my CE credit, and I have a few hours I need to get caught back up on. That's actually a funny story. But so I got started in real estate. It kind of fell into my lap. I was looking for a new job, and I had applied for a marketing coordinator position and I knew nothing about the real estate industry. And I had applied with this company. I had applied with Coldwell Banker, thinking it was a bank, not knowing anything about it. And actually was hired on at Coldwell Banker as a marketing coordinator here in DFW. So I was with them for just under 4 years, and my boss paid for me to go get my license. And so I got my license in 2016. And then I did referrals. So I would just, refer out and get that mailbox money. I've never actively represented clients. I just did, referrals. But I got into, my own company right at the end of 2019. I just always would have agents asking if I could help them do stuff on the side and under the table, and never knew if I would get in trouble for it. And so after I started seeing top producers come to me and ask for assistance, I was like, okay, this is my chance to kind of step out on my own. And starting my own business has been a dream of mine since leaving college. or graduating college. I didn't just leave college. And so I was like, okay, this is the time. So I stepped out, and it's kind of, just with any entrepreneur situation, whether real estate or, starting a restaurant, you're going to have those roller coaster of emotions. And so I've definitely experienced those, but it's nice to have a tribe of people behind me who support me and, send me referrals and trust me with their business.
Awesome. Um, so yeah, what do agents need to know? I know we both are very passionate about this opportunity that TikTok has to offer, especially at this stage of their development where they're
Mm-hmm.
still pushing out so much organic reach compared to Facebook and Instagram, which I mentioned
Mm-hmm.
um, in my presentation that, like, it's Facebook and Instagram. I mean, they're the same company now. It's basically become a pay to play type of,
Absolutely.
whereas TikTok is still in its young stage and they're trying to grow. So really anything you put out there is going to get that reach. But
Yeah.
what are you telling your agents with regard to maybe their hesitation with getting on TikTok, feeling like, you know, I'm too old for this, is what I keep hearing.
No, just do it, because everything's shifting to video. Even Instagram is getting ready to shift to more video. I mean, they've already rolled out Reels. They did that last year as a way to compete with TikTok. They are now pushing out, more IGTV, and they've already come out and said that they are no longer just um, uh, a image sharing site. They want to be more of a video site. So they're trying to compete, obviously with TikTok and YouTube. So if you want to see organic growth and try to start generating leads right off, definitely hop on TikTok. I mean, it's hard in the beginning because you do have to push out a little bit more content right in the beginning. When
Mm.
I was really initially starting to grow my page, I was pushing out 3 to 5 videos a day. But when you are doing that community building content, and it's easier because you can just jump on those trends and just adjust it to the type of people you want to attract. The one mistake that I see agents make is when they are jumping on some of these trends, some of the content they're putting out is more they're going to start attracting other real estate agents as opposed to the people that they want to work with. So when you are taking these trends and you're trying to adjust it to the people you want to work with, think about who you actually enjoy working with in your community. So maybe you can make a trend geared towards what it's like living in a city that you service, or if you do, what it's like living in a condo or a particular development. So go at it that way as opposed to just adjusting it to being a real estate agent. So, for you and I, we adjust it more to attract real estate agents because that's who we are working with. But a real
Right.
estate agent isn't trying to work with another real estate agent. They're trying to make connections with people in their communities. So we want to really think about that type of content and how you can adjust the trends to, your community type content. And then anytime that you can go and do like tours of local houses, I know several videos that I've seen out are just going and touring houses in the area, and this is what you get for X amount of money in this city. Those are doing really well. But also, if you can kind of become a local celebrity and going to, or I know there's a program out called the Community Influencer. If you can go out and really highlight some of those small local businesses or local restaurants that you're not going to see anywhere else, that's always gonna help you grow as well. I saw a question come in: how many hashtags should we use for our TikTok videos? I always say maximize them. And when you're doing a hashtag strategy, you want to think about who you are targeting and work backwards. So again, if you are putting in a bunch of real estate hashtags, you're going to attract people who are in the real estate industry. So look for local hashtags that are going to attract the type of people you want to work with. Or let's say you really enjoy working with female entrepreneurs. I'm just going to throw that out there. Let's say you're a real estate agent who wants to work with single female entrepreneurs in your area who are getting ready to buy their first home. They're the type of person, I don't need no man. I can do this on my own. Look for those kind of hashtags. So you want to find the hashtags, whether it's for TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter. You want to use hashtags that are going to track your audience, and only a couple of the hashtags should be industry related. So you may put, just one real estate hashtag in there, one or two, but the majority of them should be audience focused. And I always say maximize them. So use as many as you can.
No, that's great advice. I know just from following other content creators and people in that marketing space that you, for the most part, I believe you need to shy away from those hashtags that have like hundreds of millions of
Yeah.
people, because you're just going to be a drop of water in a sea of other pieces of content. So you really
Mm-hmm.
be laser focused on which hashtags, and I love the advice that you want to reverse engineer it, where
Absolutely.
you're picking a hashtag not because it has something to do with your content. You're picking the hashtag because you're trying to go after your target audience.
Yes.
uh, on that topic, I've recently heard that Google is going to start indexing TikToks. How big is
That's
that for everybody?
That's going to be huge. I know it's already working if you are moving your TikToks over onto Pinterest. I have not done that yet. I'm still a solo entrepreneur, and I just, I have two team members. I have someone that helps me keep up with my content writing, and I have a VA. But that's some stuff, I want to get into this next year. Now that I'm starting to grow and I do have this additional help, I can kind of shift a little bit of my focus. But I know it's already working. So if you're already putting stuff on Pinterest, Pinterest is already being indexed by Google. So now you're going to have the opportunity to maximize it on both ends. There's a content creator I follow. His name is Mario. He's a big marketer. He's done stuff with like H&M, and he has his own tea business now. He's worked with several other really big brands. But he was saying, when we first started seeing the rise of the influencers several years ago on Instagram, he was like, it was all about having that perfectly curated lifestyle, and everyone wanted to aspire for that perfect lifestyle. Well, his prediction, after we're seeing, with Google coming in and starting to index stuff, and the way people have started to utilize TikTok, influencers aren't going to be these people, these lives that we aspire. They're going to be the people who genuinely teach us how to live a better life, who can make, they're going to be these educators who can teach us how to make life easier. And that's where he's starting to see things go. So that's why I think Google is jumping on this now, because we've already seen a lot of that here on TikTok. I mean, there's one woman who, she cleaned houses. Like that was her job. She had a home cleaning business, and she jumped on TikTok teaching people how to clean better. And now she's sponsored by Clorox. So, just these little things that are how to maximize our time and be able to take what we enjoy doing and making life easier. That's where a lot of people are starting to see the influencers go, and I think Google recognized that, and that's why they're going to start indexing the TikTok videos.
Yeah, there's just no doubt that short form video is pretty much going to be the future of social media
Mm-hmm.
marketing. It is funny to see like reels and on Facebook and Instagram is just basically a copycat of what TikTok was doing, and
Mm-hmm.
YouTube Shorts, which is also short form video, and I think Etsy. Maybe I'm mixing Etsy and Pinterest together, but I think Etsy also has a short form
Etsy's
video.
the shop, so you're probably thinking Pinterest.
Okay,
Etsy's where you get on and sell things. Yeah, you
yeah,
run your own like little store.
I've even started pushing some onto the or LinkedIn. Just
Mm-hmm.
actually getting a lot of attention there too. It's yeah, it's definitely the future, and I know a lot of people that have sat on the sidelines with Instagram, but now are on Instagram. I know even for myself, when I was introduced to Instagram, I just thought, I don't really care to just see pictures of what people are about to eat. That's what seemed
Right.
to flood, but it's grown to so much more than that.
Yeah. I mean, even with, I was following, shoot, who did I hear this from? So they're testing some stuff out with Instagram and some of the other countries, uh, about how you can even just shop right from the app. So almost like they're going to try to start competing with Amazon. It seems like. I don't know if they'll have, kind of the same, the 2 day shipping and membership and that sort of thing, but where you'll be able to shop right there from the app. And so they're trying to take Instagram and really, I think, almost, I think, grow it bigger than what it should be. I think when it first came out and it was like a really great photo sharing app, it was a little bit more photo focused as opposed to, you know, word focused like Facebook was. It
Mhm.
was really great. And then when they started introducing even just some of their short videos where you could do it up to 60 seconds, it was awesome. But now I think they're trying to do way too many things. And so that's what's going to get hard about Instagram and keeping up over there because they want you using all of the features. And I mean, as a real estate agent, as a, someone in mortgage, as someone who runs their own small business, trying to keep up with all those features on one app to grow is, it's going to be almost impossible. I mean, with all the different types of content, but if you can jump on some of those trends early over there. So like when Reels first came out, if you jumped onto the Reels early, you actually blew up, pretty quickly. So jump on them early and incorporate them into your strategy early, and then you can back off a little. But that's just, my 2 cents.
Yeah, no, I remember. My wife actually does social media for a local wedding blog, and I mean, she was trying to get me on TikTok like over a year ago, and I downloaded the.
Mhm.
And I think, like most people, you jump on and you start swiping, and at first it's like, I don't get it. Maybe I'm too old for this because
Mhm.
this interests me. But I tell people now in my presentation, go in, actually engage with the content that you do like, and then, yeah, swipe through the ones that you don't like. And then as you continue to do that, the algorithm will essentially figure out exactly what you want. And then,
Mhm.
you've like spent hours on TikTok in the days.
Sometimes it's funny how well the algorithm gets to know you because I'll have videos come across and I'm like, holy crap, were they just in my brain? Like
Yeah.
sometimes it's a little too close for comfort.
Um, as far as, oh, I forgot about the question I was going to ask, but um, as far as business versus like, a, I forgot what it is. I think it's content creator.
Like how to balance.
What would you recommend and why for real estate agents? Like, should they choose to go with the business so that they can add some additional information on their profile, or is it?
Yes. So I would definitely say go the business route. You're going to get the analytics. While it kind of sucks that some of the songs you won't be able to use because of commercial use or whatever, I don't stress about that. But definitely go the business route because you're going to get more analytics. You're going to be able to run your sales and your ads a little bit easier. Um, and what I also love is I actually get notifications sent to me like from TikTok, these songs are trending or these hashtags are trending or here's some tips on how to grow this week on TikTok. So I've been getting those directly from TikTok to help me grow my business without having to leave the app. So I think that's definitely the route you're going to want to go. And I always tell agents, make sure you have a public profile, whether, no matter what platform you're on, make sure you have a public profile, and make sure your bio is optimized for who you're trying to attract. Like, You
Right.
don't want to just focus on what you do. You want to focus on how you help someone.
Right. And you want to make sure you change your username to not be user 572.
Right.
Um,
You want to make sure your username matches across all your platforms. So other than TikTok, so because TikTok had a limited amount, had to shorten mine to just Gravity RE marketing, but everywhere else it's Gravity Real Estate Marketing.
okay. Awesome. I don't see any other questions, but anybody who's watching, if you have questions, feel free to drop them in the comments, and we'll address them. Wippa Watson Realtor is actually a good friend of mine here in Tampa Bay, and we worked together for a few years now. She said I introduced her to TikTok. Yeah, I did a nice presentation for her Century 21 office, and yeah, it's been a great opportunity for me to be in front of who I consider are my customers ultimately, the
Mm-hmm.
home buyer and the homeowner that refinances is a product of my relationships, and the home buyer
Absolutely.
from the realtors. So let's see. Just need to know
You know,
what website
it's
is Gravity RE.
It's gravityrealestatemarketing.com. So that's where you can find me. If you head over to the link in my bio, you can also grab my free marketing guide. It's how to become a 60-minute realtor. So I'm going to give you a week of content to use for your Instagram. I'm going to give you some emails, some blogs, and a lead magnet that you can use to actually generate leads. If you want some free content, you can head over there and grab it. And then if you want someone to do your Facebook and Instagram marketing for you, I am just, I haven't dropped the sales page quite yet, but it's all just about ready to go. I'm going to have a social media manager package for $197 a month. So I will schedule out email marketing and website marketing and Instagram and Facebook for you. And it's $197 a month, completely branded to you. So if you are interested, go ahead and go join my email list, and I'll make sure you get some information on that as well.
Awesome. And I think you give a free gift as well for anybody who is looking to get started. Uh,
Yeah, so the link in my bio is going to give you all of the free stuff. Absolutely. It's literally it's 7 days of just like real estate posts that you can use. I'm also you get several different video prompts and conversation starters and just like organic photo ideas. So you're going to get some prompts for that. I have a blog in there that you can use, and it actually comes with an email that you can promote that blog to your database, and then a lead magnet or an opt-in or freebie, whatever you want to call it, that's included as well. And then information on how you can use that to actually generate leads. So all of that is available if you just head over and click the link in my bio. So, and then since I saw a question come in on the best length, so right now they're recommending to try to keep your videos between 8 and 15 seconds. Closer to 8 seconds is better. But it's really going to depend on the goal of your video, Nathan. So if you are trying to bring in new followers and you're trying to capture someone's attention, definitely try to stick around that 8 seconds. If you are actually providing some really valuable content, you're doing a little bit of teaching, it's okay to go a little bit longer. So that's going to be more of a nurture video for your current followers. So it's going to be based on the goal of your video.
no, that's awesome. What about hooks? I hear all about hooks. I get the concept. What are some recommendations for good hooks that agents can start using or should be using it in their content?
So you want to do a good hook, and actually that's something I've been studying a lot lately, because I felt like for the longest time that's where I struggled. Even as someone who studied marketing, we all still have our
I think we lost audio. Can you hear me?
Implementing now with my Instagram carousels after doing some research is you want to follow what's called the AIDA method, which is the attention, the interest, the desire, and then the action. So you want to grab their attention, and that's going to be your hook. So you want to do something that's going to get them to stop the scroll, either by asking a question or telling them this is something that they actually need. So X reasons to live. So I'm in the Dallas area. So 5 reasons everyone's moving to Dallas. And then you want to do something that's going to get them to say, you're not going to believe what the 5th reason is. And so then you kind of go into it. But Rachel Peterson, who is an amazing social media marketer, she went through and studied, I want to say she said that she studied 930, between 930 950, I don't remember the exact number, viral TikTok videos. And she said they followed a format, like there's 10 formats that they all followed. And I have them actually all written down on my iPad, which is actually being it's charging right now. But I will I'll go find her video and stitch it, and so y'all look for it here in the next few hours, so you can go through and find those 10 videos, or those 10 hooks. But she basically lays it out like, here are the hooks, and this is where you drop in the different information. But yeah, you want to really make them stop scrolling. So if you are going after a seller, you may do something like, you will not believe what renovations you should not be doing on your home. Well, if someone's about to do a remodel, that's going to get them to stop, because they're going to be like, crap, I want to make sure I don't start throwing money into something that's not going to bring me value. So you want to kind of shock them, and you want to be a little controversial when you can too.
Looks like we have a question from Fort Wayne Realtors. Should you put your real estate website in the bio, use a landing page, or use Linktree?
I always say you want to make sure your bio is optimized for leads. So if you're going to just put your, so I'm going to say a landing page, you're going to want to use a landing page. Absolutely. So like for me, I'm actually getting ready to transfer mine into a link tree, because I'm going to have where you can actually start signing up to work with me right from TikTok. But as a real estate agent, if you're going to use a link tree, then I would link to a landing page, and then maybe a calendar to sign up to do a consultation call or a listing appointment. I would never link directly to your website. And the reason why is because you want to collect the leads. So if you're going straight to the website and there's nowhere to collect the leads on the website, then you're losing out on the opportunity to connect with someone. And then if you do have a way to collect the leads on the website, now you don't know, did that person come, is that a lead from a website lead, or is that actually a social media lead? And you're throwing off a little bit of your tracking, and then you could end up putting money and resources into the wrong spot. So I would definitely recommend using a landing page, and I would use a freebie. So I know a lot of you have the buyer guide, the seller guide, the free CMA, which, by the way, a free CMA, I hate that as a lead generator. Stop using it. Do not use a free CMA as a way to get sellers anymore, because everyone does it. You want to be unique. You want to capture people's attention. That's going to set you apart. And if every other realtor is offering a free CMA, then you're not doing anything to be unique. So maybe do the top 10 renovations that are going to bring your home more money or increase the value on your home. If you're going after young couples, how to buy a house with a baby on the way, or do a full community guide that's going to give information on the school district and things to do in the area, and maybe the top restaurants and the top local businesses and that sort of thing. Something that's going to be a little bit different. You could do community calendars. So every quarter, put out a calendar of the different activities that are taking place in your your city, and you can use that as a freebie. So the goal is the when it comes to social media as an agent, you're never it's going to be rare that you sell a home by just putting out um a social post, just because these are, I mean, this is a lot of money that people are spending, so putting out a single post is probably not going to make you a sale. And only about 1 to 2% of your followers see your content that you're putting out. So that's why you want to put out a ton, but no one has time to do that. So your goal when it comes to social media as a real estate agent is to take your followers, get them onto your email list, and then you want to email your list once a week. Because then they're more likely to see your content consistently. So social media about 1 to 2%, but when it comes to email marketing, anywhere from 18 to 25% of your audience is going to see your stuff every time you're putting out information. And if they do click through and they're looking at stuff on your website, then you can start, monitoring them a little bit more. But if you were to look at all of the digital marketing as a whole, email marketing has the highest ROI with the lowest cost. So your goal should be build your list. That should be the ultimate goal when it comes to social media, is to just get your followers onto your list.
Now, are there specific platforms that you recommend? Because I'm actually looking to looking into like Aweber and Builderall as a way to have that lead capture system and mix that with the
Yeah.
email. What are some
I
recommendations?
use leadpages.net. It's a super simple, they already have some landing pages built out for you, so you just go in and switch it out, or it's a drag and drop system. I have my website, I personally have it built on WordPress, so I'm able to just connect it all together, and then it goes right into my constant contact. So I personally use constant contact because that's what I mean, that was like what was out when I first got into marketing years ago, and I've just always been comfortable with it. I've tried looking at some of the more detailed email marketing, like Active Campaign and some of the others, but the way it all kind of works out, just kind of, I don't have time to sit and learn it, so I stick with constant contact because it's easy. It's got the automations the way I want it to. But yeah, lead pages is super easy to use. I think I pay $500 a year for it, so it's not, real expensive. And I just love that it's literally just drag and drop, and then it integrates with, a bunch of different websites. So that way I can build a page on lead pages and integrate it right into my WordPress web.
Awesome. I think we lost audio. Hmm.
Sorry,
Okay,
someone
I hear you
was
now.
trying to come through on my phone. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, so I forgot to turn off my do not disturb, so I had a call come through. Uh,
what was I gonna ask? I forgot. Anything else you want to share?
so,
What was I gonna say? Oh, well, we'll keep going.
no, I mean, yeah,
Uh,
I'm gonna say also, if you don't want to sink money into a big landing page system right now, you can actually build a landing page completely for free in Canva. So people who are part of my membership, I actually have some landing pages already created, and I show you how to like even create a form and integrate it with your uh, email marketing system. That way, it all kind of, you're being notified when you got a new lead, and depending on what system you're using, because I know like some of the platforms that you can get as an agent where you got the email marketing and website integrated into one, there's not as many options for other integrations. But if you want to be able to create a landing page for free without spending a lot of money, just go over to Canva. I mean, Canva is going to take over the world one day.
Now, on the topic of consistency,
Mm-hmm.
for someone getting started, I know you mentioned that they should be focusing on putting content out every day. Is there a number that you would say is like ideal? and maybe a number that they should be considering as like put out at least 2 posts a day for the first 30 days. What would you
Yeah.
say?
I would say for TikTok, I would recommend 3 to 5 posts for the first 30 days. 3 to 5. Uh, or at least 3 to 5 posts for 5 or 6 days a week. So what I do when I was first getting started is I gave myself 20 minutes in the morning. And so like the night before, I would kind of scroll because we're all scrolling at night and while we're relaxing at some point. I would go through and either favorite or like the sounds that I knew I wanted to use and kind of make a mental note or write down and or type out in my notes, okay, I want to use this sound for this type of content. And then the next day, I gave myself 20 minutes in the morning. After that 20 minutes, whatever was done was done. So every morning, the very first thing I did was record my 3 videos. And then I would set basically alarms on my phone to post the videos at certain times. And so really the first 30 to 60 days on any new platform is all testing. What's working, what time, what hashtags, who am I attracting? Um, but for getting started on TikTok, I would definitely recommend 3 to 5 posts, you know, at least 5 days a week. Cause that's me. I only did it 5 days a week. I did not put out new stuff on the weekends unless I had like already pre-recorded a video and just hadn't pushed it out yet. But I really try to keep weekends for my husband and I try really hard not to work at all. So, but the biggest issue that people have with video is they keep re-recording it, just over and over until they get it perfect. And the great thing about TikTok is no one wants it to be perfect. People want to see the real you. So 20 minutes, which, was a little bit more than what, about 5 to 7 minutes a video. So whatever was done was done. And I never allowed myself to re-record it more than I think like 3 or 4 times. So that's what I would definitely recommend to get started. And as you're building up your following, the way I would kind of mix it is do 2 videos that it's kind of like audience attracting, and then one that is like educational type value content. So that way you're not trying to think of, okay, how many different ways can I educate someone? Well, instead focus on jumping on those trends and using the trending songs and using it to attract your ideal client.
That's awesome. And thank you, CJ. Welcome to my live. I love I love the content you put out there as well, and the shout outs you give on your live. Um, that is such discipline because I have a similar process where I kind of go through my TikTok and I'll collect sounds. I'll put them in my favorites, and then usually I'll have a plan the night before. But if I don't, I'll scroll through the favorites folder with my
Mm-hmm.
sound, and it'll kind of trigger me to create content. But 20 minutes to come up with three, and I know that's the right thing to do because TikTok does reward those that are authentic, perfection and just that clean cinematic look is really for maybe YouTube or other platforms. TikTok viewers seem to really connect well with just that authenticity. So even if you're
Yeah.
kind of pausing through or it's not this super polished video, I've noticed the ones that I do like that do really well compared to some that I've spent an hour on trying to
Mm-hmm.
time everything correctly. So
Yeah. And also, once you do kind of start to build up your following a little bit more, and once you are seeing really good engagement, you don't have to keep going at that pace. You can back off a little bit. So I know, like for me, I do want to try to put out some more polished videos in the coming year, but it's not a top priority. So I can, uh, when I am able to do it, I can spend a little bit more time on it because I'm not trying to put out, 5 or 10 of these super polished videos. I can do 1 or 2 a week and then just have like 1 or 2 other videos per day throughout the week. But so once you really build up your following, you can back off on how much you're posting. But in the beginning, unless you have like some crazy story, the way some of these people are going viral, um, I would definitely recommend just get out a bunch of short videos and really just focus on building your audience more than anything. And don't focus on going viral. Like just because it doesn't matter how big your following is. I mean, as an agent, who cares if you have 300,000 people following you? Are you really going to be able to service 300,000 people? No. And unless you plan to build a team, you don't need that many people following you. It's not how big the following is, it's about making the right following.
Yeah, I've noticed that's a hurdle for really anybody in any genre who's wanting to create content. It's like going viral is somehow the determining factor of whether or not your post is successful. And really,
Right.
at the end of the day, I'd rather have 500 people that are actual fans, that could potentially become customers seeing my content rather than 300,000 that, just will never become anything other than a view.
And I think what some people forget is uh, going viral, all it means is I think it's either 3 or 5 times the amount of your followers. So if you have 100 people following you and your content gets in front of 1,000 people, that's a viral video. It may not be, the several 100,000 that you see other content creators have, but going viral simply means your piece of content got in front of, I think it's like I said, 3 or 5 times the amount of people of however many followers you have. So keep that in mind as well when you're putting stuff out. If you have just a couple hundred followers, but you're getting a couple thousand views on it, that's a good video. That's something you want to reproduce again.
No, that's great advice. Wanted to thank the people that have followed. Thank you so much, and thank you, CJ, for the rose. Looks like we have another question from Fort Wayne Realtor asking, should you create your own hashtags, like hashtag your name, team, or agency?
Yes. So if you are, especially like over on Instagram, so I have hashtag Gravity Real Estate Marketing over there on Instagram. I don't use it here on TikTok, just because it wouldn't match my username exactly, and hashtags are just a little bit different over here. But yes, you want to have 1 to 2 branded hashtags for yourself, and then when you have clients that are posting their just listed or just sold photos to their own page, ask them to use your branded hashtag. So absolutely. And you can, make it a little bit fun. It doesn't, if you want it to match perfectly, great. Or you can have it, a play on words if you wanted to do that as well. But yes, you want to have a branded hashtag, 1 to 2.
What's your advice for agents that are just not at that comfort level yet of being on camera themselves? What type of content would be effective for them to create where they maybe don't have to be on screen if they're not ready to?
The first thing I would say is it's time to get over it. To be honest, I would tell them just do it. I mean, practice in the mirror, set it, like I said, set a timer for yourself. What's done is done. And like for me, a lot of people think I'm crazy because even though I work at home by myself majority of the time, I never know when I'm going to have an idea, or if like now sometimes I'll just record 15 videos in a day and not have to do it the rest of the week. But if I have an idea spark, I always get up and do my makeup every morning, whether I see someone or not, or whether I, am going to be on video or not, because it makes me feel good and it helps me get in the right mindset to work. But if you were just absolutely like, I know I need to do video, but I'm not ready, do voiceovers. So you can definitely do some voiceover videos where, like, if you like want to go walk through a house or walk through your community, Um, or you can get on Canva. If you have Canva Pro, you can actually create TikToks and Reels in there, and do voiceovers. So you can have like a video where it's panning over a neighborhood, or the skies in the background, and you just have like the tips come across on the screen without your face, but you can actually talk. So that's what I would recommend. Do some voiceover videos. Or if you have an iPhone and when you're doing photos, if you turn your live photo on, you can actually export your live photos to a video and compile those, so then you're on camera without actually being on camera, and then you can do a voiceover that way as well. So I would definitely recommend doing voiceover video to get started.
And would you say those still follow the like 8 to 15
Oh,
seconds?
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's actually, like, I did a play with the live videos and the voiceover. I did one of those a few months ago where I compiled a bunch of live videos or live photos, turned them into videos, and got some of my other videos and did a voiceover introducing myself. And so you see like a bunch of my photos and videos coming through, and I'm just talking over, introducing myself, what you're going to expect from my page, and just did, kind of a welcome video. So that's, I think that was like a 10 or 15-second video. But that was actually one of my better viewed videos as well, because I just called out who I wanted to stop scrolling, and then told them exactly what they were going to get from me. But they
Is
were also able to see my personality.
Right, and that's so important.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to build that relationship with your audience. I was going to ask, is there a type of content or something that agents could use that would like validate extending over that 15 seconds, or
Oh, yeah.
that for another platform?
No, absolutely. So like I was saying a few minutes ago, the shorter videos, that's going to be to build your audience. The longer videos are for nurturing. So let's say you are breaking down the pre-approval process. That's going to be longer than a 10-second video. So you may do a 8 to 10-second video of, here's what you need for a pre-approval. Well, someone's like, okay, well, why do I need all of this? What's the purpose of why I need all of this? Well, that's going to be a nurture video, and that's going to go into a little bit more depth. Okay, I need these documents, and this is why, and this is why we go in this order, or this is the difference between a pre-approval and a pre-qualification. So absolutely, there's always going to be reasons to go into more depth, especially like if someone's commenting and asking questions and you're responding to a question with a video. Typically that's going to warrant a longer video. So yeah, just, it comes down, what is the goal of your video? Is the goal of your video to build your audience? You're going to want something shorter. Is the goal of the video to nurture or to try to generate some leads? That's probably going to be a little bit longer.
And since you mentioned it, should they be leaning towards responding to comments with video, using the video comment feature,
Oh
or
yeah, any chance you can do that, absolutely. I say that I'm terrible at responding that way. I just type up really quickly, but that's a way just to get some extra videos out. So let's say you have 2 videos that you need a third. Okay, we'll go respond to a comment. And what's awesome is now, and I haven't done it yet, and I know it just released, I want to say in the last like 3 to 6 weeks, you can
Mhm.
actually respond to other people's to so like if I commented on your video, your friend JC could actually do a video response to my comment on your video now. So these people don't even have to be commenting on your videos. They can actually comment on someone else's, and you can read through like a competitor's video and find a comment you want to respond to and respond with a video that way now. So I
That,
haven't done that yet. I haven't got the confidence to go and do that part yet, but it is available.
last thing I wanted to ask is what your thoughts are on duets and stitches in reference to like how you can use them in the real estate space.
again, they're great to use because it's going to allow you to piggyback off of someone else's content. I've done a few, not as many as I should. I actually did one stitch, and that was a huge, it was actually a viral video for me, not intentionally. I was responding to someone, to someone had put up a news article, and I responded to it, and it wasn't exactly just real estate related. It was just general, like being a female entrepreneur, um, and kind of being in the space of whether or not women should make more money than men. And so I responded to that, and I mean, that was back over the summer when I had maybe 800 or 1,000 people following me, and I had like 37,000 views on that one. So stitches and duets are a great way to build your audience and piggyback off someone else's content without having to come up with your own stuff. Um, so like when I was did the duet for to promote our live, what I actually did is I went through your videos and looked at some of your top viewed ones that had the most interactions, and that's the one that I duetted, because that one I already know that piece of content worked. So that was going to help me get in front of, some more people. So that is a great way to start building up your audience. That way is to find out. So let's say you have a local restaurant that has a video that's doing really well. So what you could do is duet it and talk about why you love the restaurant as well, and put your own 2 cents in there. But you already know it's working because the video already did great for the restaurant or the business, or whoever you're duetting. So I would use those as a way to grow your audience and connect with people who um, and piggyback off people who are going to have the same ideal client as you. Does that make sense? Did I say that right?
Yes, yes. No, that was a lot of great info. Thank you so much. Thank you to
Yeah.
everybody who stayed on and is watching right now, and thank you for the likes. Um, what's the best way if anybody wants to continue that next step to connecting with you? What's the best way they can do that?
They can come follow me over on TikTok. They can definitely click the link in my bio to get all of the free stuff. That's going to automatically drop them onto my email list. They can go to my website, which is gravityrealestatemarketing.com, or just simply send me a DM and we can connect, that way as well. And I can get you a link to my calendar, and we can set up a time to chit chat and figure out the best way that I can support them.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much again.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, I hope we can do this again soon. And
Yeah.
yeah, I look forward to connecting with you, continuing to connect with you, and I wish you and your family a happy New Year.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.